right in 1969, isn't it? Well, I'm surprised that Joe Frazier, the way he's got that right hand planted on his chin and he's dropping short right hands in because it's dangerous to throw a long right hand at Quarry because he's throwing a right hand counter. Now, Quarry seems to be running out of gas, I'm afraid. In other words, he's getting hit those shots. He's not reciprocating with his own counter punches. He's in pretty good trouble.
They're working on his nose as well as the eye, Angelo. The right eye, but it didn't seem any worse in that round.
No, the eye didn't bleed that good. They did a good job in the corner.
There's Joe Frazier on the right, Jerry Quarry on the left. In Frazier's corner, we have Eddie Futch, Milt Bailey, and Dr. John Thompson. In Quarry's corner, Gil Clancy as manager, Ernie King and Howard Albert. We're ready now for round 4. Former heavyweight champion Joe Lewis, the referee.
What's going on, family? Scrapbook Boxing Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. We're going to continue with Smoking Joe Frazier and Jerry Quarry, 1974. As we pursue 100 years of World Championship fights. Now, what Joe Frazier is doing at this point in time, he's consistently putting pressure on Jerry Quarry. And he's putting pressure with movement and a beautiful straight jab with body punches behind it. That will get your man to move every time. This is what Joe Frazier wants. He wants to keep his man moving until he gets him on the rope. Then he'll open up with artillery. Beautiful hook off the jab by Joe Frazier. Straight right hand to the body, and he came back with a triple left hook. Beautiful combination. Awesome left jab by Joe Frazier. And he keeps his man moving consistently. Every time Jerry Quarry wants to try and get set to open up, he cannot because the pressure is on him. Beautiful double left hook by Joe Frazier. And Jerry Quarry tries to respond with his own left hook and now lead right hand. That will not work with a fighter like Joe Frazier because he's a two-fisted puncher. So Jerry Quarry will be getting hit regardless of what he tries. The amount of pressure that Joe Frazier puts on his opponent is a thing to behold. Almost as much pressure as Henry Armstrong. Not quite there, but just as close as you're going to get to watching Henry Armstrong apply pressure on a man. My God, what a beautiful left hook. Reminds me of the time when Arturo Gotti hit Mickey Ward in Atlantic City. He hit him and he stung for about 2 seconds, didn't move.
He's using his right hand more than he usually does. But Frazier's left hook is the punishing punch. Round almost over. They're in Quarry's corner.
Oh my God. Woo!
The round is over. He's taking the mandatory 8 count.
That was a left hook to the floating rib, and that will get you down every time.
Quarry was down. What do you think of that, Angelo?
I'm surprised the bell didn't ring. The round was over.
Well, the ring lights lit up.
Yeah, the ring lights lit up, thank heaven. I saw Jerry's legs starting to go out from underneath him, Don.
Dr. Harry Kleiman, the commission doctor, is over in Quarry's corner looking at him. In Quarry's corner, let's look at this punch here. Look at that left.
Occupied him with the left.
That's when Quarry started down. Another angle.
Oh,
what a punch
my
that
God.
was.
What a dangerous fighter Joe Frazier is.
Ready for round 5. Frazier running
He goes
up
right
finish
to
this man
Jerry
if he
Quarry.
can.
And this kind of hell will go on to the rest of the fight.
Right now, it's no contest.
Frazier doesn't really want to hit Quarry anymore. Once he gets hit back himself, he will start firing back at Jerry
That's
Quarry.
about all at the moment. He's having trouble breathing. His legs are in bad shape, and he's got a cut over his right eye. Quarry is
He's telling Joe Louis to stop the fight.
all over. Jerry Quarry got a bad rip over his left eye. Quarry is cut over both.
Joe Frazier's telling him, let's go to work.
A very bad cut over the left eye by Quarry. How's Quarry? Some of the people are yelling,
Woo!
stop the fight.
My God, what a left hook that was.
Stop it, Joe!
Joe Frazier is a punching machine. Joe Louis comes from a different era. You have to knock your man out before that fight is stopped.
Warriors game, and it's all over, I think. Yes,
Joe says that's
it's
it.
all over.
No way in the world Jerry Quarry was going to get out of that
For
one.
an interview with the winner, and now here's Angelo Dundee.
Joe Frazier lifts up
I'll tell you, Don,
Eddie
Joe
Foot.
wanted it real bad tonight. Jerry tried real hard. Remarkable fight. Just as great, better than that first fight. It was a great, great fight. I think that Joe Frazier showed the world he wanted it real badly. And in the fights he lost to George Foreman and to Muhammad Ali, they lost the two best heavyweights in the world. I think it was an outstanding fight. Joe did a good job stopping
1 minute, 37 seconds of the 5th round. The referee stopping the contest. The winner, Smoking Joe Frazier.
I'm Don Dunphy up in the ring, and I'm going to get Joe Frazier over to our microphone. Joe, congratulations. I want to say you look like the Smoking Joe of old.
Thank you, Joe. Don, I went back to the old ways. I found out something was wrong that I couldn't really remember what it is, but
You
it's
found out.
stamina and take more time in the gym. I'll be back, and I'm hoping that these guys would sign the contract so I can get another shot at the title.
Oh, you deserve it.
Thank
Let
you.
me say this, Joe. I thought you used your right hand more tonight than you usually do.
That's right, the right hand that cut Jerry. Cut him real bad.
You cut him.
And I backed up because I seen him cut so bad, but I guess nobody saw that but me.
How about that low blow in the first round?
Well, it was a block shot. Wasn't
What?
intention.
No, I know it wasn't intention, but it must have hurt.
Well, I felt it, believe me.
Joe, I want to congratulate you. I don't know if we can get a replay here. I would like to, and let you see how you looked on our. We'll talk for just a second, Joe, while we're setting up the scene here.
One man I like to give credit to, who had really spent a lot of time into it. And he worked me like a dog.
Eddie Budge.
Yeah, sometimes I try to realize why he worked me so hard, but
Eddie, come on in here and say
I gotta
hello.
see him.
Eddie Budge, you took over a tough job when Yank Duran passed away, and we know what Yank meant to Joe. Now I think you mean just as much to Joe.
Well, that means a lot to me. It means that much to Joe.
Did you plan anything different?
Yes, we planned to use more right hands against Quarry this time.
You did.
We knew that he would be looking for the left hook all the time, so we planned to use more right hands to make the left hook more effective. And it turned out it worked that well.
Joe, do you think Foreman or Ali, they're going to fight in September?
Well, if they fight-
wait, Joe, let's see. We have the last round, Joe. Let's take a look at it.
All right.
Okay, here it is, Joe. Which one are you, Joe?
I'm in I'm in that colorful trunk.
You're the leader.
Right.
I thought Jerry was going to quit there once, didn't you?
Well, Jerry was cut. He got cut right here, I think, with the right hand. Watch the right hand that bust him wide open.
Oh, that's it. What a
Right
shot.
hand bust him over. The way my timing was, Don, I could see everything. I've been getting hell with raised back when I dropped my hand, but I kept my balance, and I could really time Jerry real well.
Well,
on this
listen,
particular shot.
now Foreman I won't take anything away from George. Do you think he caught you cold in Jamaica, or were you overconfident or what?
I would say George a powerful champ. There's no doubt about that. He can hit, but this particular time, whoever the champion, I challenge them, and I'll be ready. That's a promise. More ready.
Do you have any idea who the champ's going to be?
Well, it don't make no difference to me as long as Eddie can get their name on that paper. That's all I want.
Joe, I want to thank you very much. Congratulations, and you fought a real game guy. And any talk about your retiring goes out the window now, doesn't it?
You better believe it.
Thank you, Joe. Good luck. Eddie, thank you.
Ken Buchanan, who was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. He stood 5'7.5" weighed 135 pounds, and had a 70.5-inch reach. Fought from 1965 to 1982. Had a total bout career of 69 fights. 61 wins, 8 losses, 27 knockouts, and he was stopped once himself. Referee Johnny Lobianco waved off the contest. At the end of the 13th round, when Buchanan could not rise after being dropped, what appears to have been a low blow after the bell. Now, Ken Buchanan was paid, at this point, would be the most a lightweight champion would ever earn. $125,000. 18,821 spectators. We paid $223,901 for this particular bout. September 26, 1970. 63 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw for the WBC, WBA, New York SAC Lightweight Championship belt. Ishmael Laguna had a record of 65 wins, 8 losses and 1 draw. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Carlos Hernandez, a record of 60 wins, 11 losses, 4 draws at the Empire Pool. Al Ford had a record of 41 wins, 1 loss at Wombe Empire Pool. Roberto Duran had a record of 28 wins, no losses at the New York Madison Square Garden. And Ken Buchanan would lose his WBA Lightweight Championship belt. Now, Roberto Duran was 21 years old. He stood 5'7" and had a 66-inch reach. He had 24 knockouts on his record. Ken Buchanan was 26 years old. He stood 5'7.5", weighed 134 pounds, and had a 70-inch reach. He had a record of 43 wins, 1 loss, and 16 knockouts at the point of this fight. Now, what was amazing about Roberto Duran, who was to your left, Ken Buchanan's to your right, is that Roberto Duran was once spotted knocking out a small horse with 1 punch. He could punch. And at that time, he weighed 128 pounds. Now, Ken Buchanan would also take on Carlos Ortiz. And that would be Carlos Ortiz's last fight. We'll get to that fight in a moment. And Carlos Ortiz had a record of 61 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. And the fight was at Madison Square Garden. And Ortiz stood 5'7.5", weighed 135 pounds, had a 70-inch reach with a 30 knockout streak. And Ortiz would win the World Lightweight Championship crown April 21st, 1962 from Old Bones, Joe Brown from New Orleans, who held the title 12 title defenses before Duran would break his record. Weighed 139 pounds and retired in his career. The 6th round in Madison Square Garden. Let's take a look at a fight that took place between Ken Buchanan and Roberto Duran.
Ken Buchanan. Keep it off from tonight, Ryan. Don't hurt tonight. Huh? I think he's talking Yiddish. Yeah?
Ask him if he'll be there tonight. What's he saying right now?
I don't know what he's saying. I haven't seen nothing.
He's been saying a lot the last couple of weeks.
I don't know. I don't understand him.
What about his threats and his promises?
What about him?
What do you feel about it?
Nothing worrying.
He said he's going to knock you out in 9 rounds.
Well, he's getting his chance tonight.
132 and a quarter. Roberto Duran, 132 and a quarter.
Bueno, le doy un saludo a todo el pueblo panameño aquí en el mensaje, al general Torrijos, también a mi mamá, que esta noche me voy a coronar campeón mundial porque lo voy a tumbar en narizón ese que tiene allá. Bueno, nada más va a durar 9 porque Buchanan habla mucho. Se puso a decir que me va a dar una elección de boxeo y me hizo recordar a Ñato Marcel en Panamá. Pero yo no creo que Buchanan me gane a mí, porque yo voy a ser campeón invicto, porque esas son mis ambiciones y las ambiciones del pueblo mío, que es Panamá.
In a plaid bathrobe. He's a half-inch taller than the challenger. Buchanan has won 43 of his 44 fights and scored 16 knockouts. His lone defeat was a disputed decision to Miguel Velasquez of Spain for the European lightweight title. Since winning the world crown from Laguna 2 years ago, he has defended it twice. Here's our good friend Joe Bostic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like you at this time to join us in recognizing some Christian celebrities. First, from Panama, the junior welterweight champion will be seen here in the very near future, giving us great action. Peppermint Frazier of Panama, world junior welterweight champion. Favorite from Greenwich Village, New York, Choo-Choo Malafi. As a distinction of having been a world champion 5 different times in the welterweight and the middleweight division, now boxing better than ever, Emil Griffith. Emil Griffith. One of the greatest featherweights to ever hold the championship from right here in New York, Sandy Saddler, former featherweight champion. Maybe the classiest and fastest featherweight who ever held the title from up Connecticut way, Willie Pep. Willie Pep. Former great lightweight champ is Carlos Ortiz. Carlos Ortiz. This is the headline event on this evening's boxing program, Madison Square Garden. The distance is 15 rounds at stake. The lightweight championship of the world. The officials been assigned here by the New York State Athletic Commission as the judges, Bill Ritt and Jack Gordon. Our timekeeper, Freddie Abbiatello, counting for the knockdowns at the bell. Herbie Kronowitz, Referee at this time, Mr. John Lobianco. The principals in this championship event for the evening, coming from Panama City, Panama, 132 1/4 pounds even. He's wearing blue trunks, white stripes. Roberto Duran. Roberto Duran. The champion from Edinburgh, Scotland, 133 1/2 pounds. He's wearing plaid trunks, 10 Buchanan, 15 miles for the lightweight championship of the world.
So, here are his instructions.
Buchanan, Duran, you are boxing for the lightweight championship of the world. I will brief you on some of the rules that are very important. If you score 3 knockdowns in 1 round, you automatically will win by a technical knockout. If you are in a down position, you must take an 8 count. Go to a neutral corner. Do not come out until I call you or the count will stop. If you're in a down position and the bell rings, you will not be saved by the bell. The count will continue. With the exception of the last round. If you're in a clinch and I tell you to break, step back nice and clean on your own. It will help you make a better fight. Protect yourself at all times. Shake hands now, and good luck to both of you.
Duran understands no English, so the interpreter in there was the tall man right there, just climbing out. Luis Enriquez was translating for him. There's Buchanan. His crown on the line, and he's guaranteed at least $125,000 for the fight. The challenger is working on a percentage. Buchanan with that darting left jab. He's great at slipping punches. The scoring is on a rounds basis in New York with a supplementary point system. That has not scored a knockdown. Yes, it is. Johnny scores it a knockdown. Well, we'll ask him about that later. It's counted as a knockdown. They're wearing 8-ounce gloves. Scoring a rounds basis with a supplementary point system if the rounds are even on an official's card. Now Duran, the challenger, is just dynamite with his right hand. Buchanan's the boxer. And the challenger is a little over-anxious. It was almost Buchanan scoring the knockdown. Duran is certainly trying to improve on his 9 one-round knockouts there. He's throwing everything. Round 1 is almost half over. Buchanan, who is adept at slipping punches, will have to watch himself. He's in with no cream puff. Duran has scored heavily in the last exchange. Duran's best punches his right. But he's got a good left hook and only a fair jab. Buchanan has all the guns in the arsenal. About a minute to go in round 1. It's scheduled for 15. Solid punches by Buchanan. Buchanan is a slow starter as a rule. Duran keeping the pressure on. And Duran is the aggressor. 10 seconds to go in round one. I think it would make a great rematch. Those jabs by Buchanan aren't quite getting in there. You've got to give a tribute to the gameness and durability of Ken Buchanan as the referee tells Duran to keep his punches up. That's the only warning in the whole fight, however. There was a flash knockdown. Buchanan went down briefly in the first round. Half the round over. Buchanan tired, no question about it. A minute to go in the round. The challenger has tremendous vitality and stamina. And now I think Buchanan's getting by on nerve alone. He's got 2 rough rounds ahead of him. No knockdown there. 10 seconds to go in the round. Down after the bell, claiming a low blow. Buchanan went down after the bell, holding his groin. Dr. Edward Campbell of the commission has gone in. Now Buchanan is getting up and going to his corner. He is in severe pain. I'm going to try to get the referee, Johnny Lobianco. There was a flurry of punches at the bell, and all of a sudden, Buchanan just caved in and went down. Gil Clancy is talking to the referee, Johnny Lobianco. Now let's see what's going to happen here. The referee may be stopping the fight, I don't know. The warning whistle has sounded for round 14. It's a question of whether or not Buchanan will come out.
Buchanan says he's okay. They decided to stop the fight.
The fight has been stopped, and the winner and new lightweight
champion. Leave in the comment section if you feel as though Roberto Duran kicked Ken Buchanan low and after the bell.
The referee may be stopping the fight, I don't know. Warning whistle has sounded for round 14. It's a question of whether or not Buchanan will come out. The fight has been stopped.
The fight has been stopped, and the winner and new lightweight champion of the world, 21-year-old Roberto Duran of Panama. There's pandemonium in the ring as people are trying to get in there. The police are trying to keep them out. There's a mob scene. Hey, Joe! Hey, Johnny! Johnny Lobianco! Johnny! Hey, get Johnny. I'm trying to get the referee over here. I'm going to talk to Johnny Lobianco. Johnny, tell us what happened there at the end. He apparently got hit just after the bell rang. I didn't think it should be counted. He was unable to... Was he hit low? He seemed to get hit in the lower part of his abdomen. Wasn't a low blow.
You don't think it was
impossible to be hurt by a low blow without foul.
All right, yeah.
Without tail cuff.
Well, tell me, did you stop the fight?
Yes, when I saw the condition that he was in, it was very, very obvious that he was in no condition to continue.
Well, you're going to stop the fight anyway, even if he didn't go down.
No.
You were
not until I saw the results of the knockdown.
I see. All right, thank you, John.
That was a pretty rugged fight you had last night. How do you feel?
Dice que es una buena pelea que hiciste anoche, que cómo te sientes.
Bueno, me siento muy contento, no me siento estropeado, como se debe de sentir Buchanan.
He said he feels very proud of being the champ. He said he's also glad that he's not beaten, his body physically, and he knows that probably Buchanan is, but it's just part of the game.
Well, you were going up against a pretty good champion, but you predicted that you would win in 9 rounds, and it took you 13. What happened?
Dice que tú peleaste con un buen campeón y que tú dijiste que lo iba a noquear en 9 y lo noqueaste en 13. ¿Qué pasó?
Bueno, no lo pude noquear porque no presentó pelea en ningún asalto y se la pasó, fue huyendo, por eso fue que no lo pude noquear.
He said that Buchanan did most of the running. He didn't present no fight. He had seen Buchanan fight before, and he's, rugged with the other guys, and he felt that eventually it'll do with him, and he didn't. And that's why he didn't knock him out, earlier.
I believe there's talk now of a rematch later on. How do you think you're going to make out there?
Dice que si hay una revancha, ¿cuál es tu opinión respecto a la revancha?
Bueno, que en la revancha lo voy a poner a dormir más rápido esta vez.
He said, return match, I'll make him sleep faster.
All right, Scrapbook Boxing, Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Let's continue to examine 100 years of World Championship fights. Ken Buchanan, Roberto Duran, 1972, New York's Madison Square Garden. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Peace.